My sincere thanks to Srimati Jnanasundari for giving me the opportunity to hear my views on life as it is. My name is Kotishwaran and I am 83 years young, and I have experienced many ups and downs through the journey of my life. These moments have taught me something about myself and how I should approach my life. These are my personal views on a few observations I have made that has influenced me to arrive to a calm and peaceful life. It is my sincere belief that having a calm and peaceful mind and demeanor is the most important aspect that has made my life enjoyable. I consider having a positive outlook on everything that happens in our lives is the most important attribute we should develop during our lives. To this end, I believe in destiny and that the Lord God Almighty has planned every detail of my life, and so whatever happens does so according to his plan. I, however, try and put my efforts to mitigate the negative happenings as much as possible. I believe that is what I should do. I also believe generally whatever happens is for the good, and this helps me to maintain my peace of mind. I try and see the positives in any incident. If nothing else, correcting any of our mistakes is a great positive takeaway. There are other behaviors that help in identifying the good things in any incident, and I shall briefly talk about them. One of them is trying to control extreme emotions, especially during disappointments, which may lead to anger. Anger never solves any problem, rather, it would lead to other negative happenings. In such situation, I normally introspect for a few seconds before even speaking. These are simple things to calm oneself, but it's not always easy. Another thing that I always do is to try and listen carefully and respectfully to the other person's point of view and note all the good points from that. Once I decided to do something, I invariably do it as soon as possible, giving full attention to details. As far as possible, I never postpone these things. All these attributes and behavioral pattern has helped me in my life. I talked about destiny in the beginning. This, of course, is not in our hands, but we can practice the other attributes to mitigate the effects of destiny. Looking for positives, which is the main thrust of my talk, reduces our anxiety and dissatisfaction and will motivate us to look for other options that is acceptable to us. There are exceptions, of course, where we will not be able to see any positives. In some cases, time is a healing factor, and over a long period of time, we come to accept the happening. In my case, such was my state when my dear wife passed away when she was only 42 years young. This caused a devastating effect on me, and it took more than 10 years for me to accept it as something that was non negotiable. I was a walking corpse for many years, and the only thing that occupied my time was my work. I remember talking to the chairman of my firm that I wanted to resign, and he was very patient with me, understood my grief, and advised me not to do anything in haste and quoted me the phrase, "Time is a healer." He was right, of course, and time did heal my grief, but only after many years. I can now recollect all the wonderful and joyful moments that my wife and I spent together during our married life and be thankful to the good Lord for those moments. Losing someone very dear and close to you is always a difficult situation, and to my mind, the only exception where you cannot see a positive. In all other situations, I try best to see the positives, and this has helped me to recover from my disappointments. To identify the positive takeaways from a difficult incident is not always easy, but I try very hard. This builds your confidence and makes coping with such situations much easier. Positivity is one's perspective on life and their tendency to focus on all that is good in life. It involves making the most of the potentially bad situations, trying to see the best in other people, and viewing your abilities in a positive light. This habit, this attitude over a period of time will become a habit. Learning from and not repeating mistakes is always a positive takeaway, even if other positives are not there. One other aspect that I have cultivated and still cultivating is to control extreme emotions, especially due to disappointments. These can upset a person both physically and mentally. I always try and pray for a few seconds to help me calm down. I try to say the Margbandhu Stotram, even if it is only 2 or 3 shlokas, just to give myself a breather and help me to see other options. It is even more important in such situations not to say anything in a hurry without seriously thinking through. Then I analyze the incident and get to a solution that is the best possible in the circumstances. Later on, I appreciate this behavior since I would be at peace with myself. As an addendum, listening to others before venturing my opinion is also very helpful. Advices given before listening well may be at cross purposes or may miss the main point of the other person's observations. Thank you.
Such a useful message, Anna. I thank profusely Sri Koteswaran Anna for sharing his experience-filled enriching talk with us. He is a resident of UK. Both he and his wife Premlata, though they stayed in UK, they were very particular to follow our culture and traditions, and they were also big bhaktas of Mahapriyava. And he is very highly qualified. He has done MA in Maths from Madras University, and he was one of the first batch student from BTech IIT, and he has done civil engineering. And the University of London, he has done MSc Structural Analysis. And it's very interesting to inform you that me, Mrs. Chitra Srinivasan, Mrs. Meenakshi from USA, those who spoke on the topic life as it is earlier, and another 6, 7 of us, we all came together through online Sanskrit classes, and now we have become like a family, very affected towards each other and respecting each other's feeling and supporting each other. And all of us are Mahapriyavas, Bhaktas. And Anna, at the age of 80, learned all the aksharas of Sanskrit. He is learning the basics of Sanskrit grammar by organizing a group study. It's very interesting, isn't it? Such a sincere and intelligent and enthusiastic person he is. And he expressed his love for his wife in the talk. And in her name, he has opened a trust, and through that, he is helping all the needy people, which he has taken as a mission of his life. And there is so much to learn from him, and it was my great fortune that I got this talk. Thank you, Anna.